And of course, light and dark.
Dark Souls, a 2011 game, is one of the most influential games of the past decade. Dark Souls and all of the games like it have really started a conversation about difficulty in games. You really have to learn everything, and it really kind of mainstreamed like the slower, deliberate combat where you have to take into account each step you make throughout the game. Moreover, Dark Souls was also revolutionary in terms of the way it allowed players to interact with each other online. In Dark Souls, people could leave messages for each other. It's a game that I can play over and over again, and I think its influence can't be understated.
Yeah, I want my parents to come home now.
I think that might be a little while.
Telltale's The Walking Dead is one of the most influential games of the decade. It combined quality storytelling with a branching narrative that it's just something that we weren't seeing a whole lot in the industry at the time.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? Your son is alive. You don't get to be sorry.
The fact is, in The Walking Dead, you can't save everybody. So that makes for really grueling choices, but end up being very satisfying. Around the end of last year, Telltale Games came to an end, but it really showed the games industry that there is an audience for this.
I got you. We're almost through. Now, Sean, get this tractor off of me!
Let's go to a place where everything is made of blocks.
Minecraft is an extremely flexible game. It was really a game for any kind of player, where you could go in and do basically whatever you wanted, and there weren't really any constraints on that if you kind of had a goal in mind.
Because this is the most significant sandbox you'll ever set foot in.
I think the flexibility inherent in Minecraft was part of the reason that it blew up, because it was such a good way to onboard any kind of player. It's not just, running and jumping and shooting. It can be a social space. It can be a place for creators to get inspired, to work with their communities to create something interesting.
Pokemon Go. It was a cultural phenomenon.
There's a Vaporeon that spawned right there, so everyone's running.
The marriage of mobile plus AR plus a very highly significant IP like Pokemon, Pikachu is adorable, let's be honest, was a marriage made in heaven. For as simplistic of a game as it was highly influential because it spawned other games and gave them direction as to how to captivatingly use augmented reality.
It's pretty awesome. Go try and capture this. It's just
and became one of the most successful mobile games in history. This game that very clearly is uniting a very disparate group of people, some that aren't even gamers themselves, was something that I had not seen before.
As a fan of open world games, I look at The Witcher 3 as one of the games that have nearly perfected it. There is a sense that you are walking through a living world. What was really interesting to me with The Witcher 3 was not just its branching narrative, which it definitely has with different endings, but also its take on emergent storytelling.
I'll need to know a lot more than that. Can I see their rooms?
What for?
I need clues. Anything to latch onto.
You can diverge and go into these different avenues just by exploring the world. It can feel emergent, like not scripted, and then it turns out that there is something scripted in there. And just the organic feeling of that is incredible.
Forked tails this close to the fortress? Someone's been slacking off.
Fortnite needs no introduction. I think the most significant contribution to video games in general is the Battle Pass concept that Fortnite introduced. Every large multiplayer game since then has kind of adopted this Fortnite style of engagement through Season Pass and everything. Fortnite was a worldwide phenomenon. When we have stories where Major League Baseball players and NHL players are getting in trouble for playing too much Fortnite rather than doing their spring training. When we had the World Cup and goals were celebrated with Fortnite dances, that's Fortnite penetrating every level of society. And in 2019, it's still one of the most popular games of all time.